You did it all for the goldfish, Bobby. The goldfish. All right. We're back in a cringe field. We are the ultimate citizen, I think, among other things. I don't remember why I'm up here. Push her off. Get in there. It is basically a P90. I mean, they're all kind of, you know, the same as real world weapons. There's a reason for that. I don't think there's a whole bunch of, you know, design opportunity in the gun space. All right. Yeehaw. Oh, what is this? Oh no, my boost has run out. Okay. I gained a fractured limb. You'll live. Hopefully, you won't get the keto flu. There was something I needed to do. Oh yeah, talk to somebody about a house. I should also see my parents, I guess. I also want to go to Terra, whatever, and see who I can find. The keto flu is a nickname for the sort of withdrawal symptoms you end up experiencing as a consequence of the switching of the energy sources. It's really just a game of how aggressively you make the changeover. Not everybody gets it. Some people experience it more or less than others.
Everything good? We're here to help.
Well, if it isn't the United Colony's newest Class 1 citizen, you've made quite a name for yourself in New Atlantis. In fact, the higher-ups want to thank you for your dedicated service by giving you one of the nicest pieces of real estate in the city.
Hell yeah.
It's a premium penthouse at the top of Mercury Tower. Best location in New Atlantis, in my professional opinion.
It's a weird one, Bobbio.
It'll just take a second to get you registered as the owner.
I'm interested.
Great. You're in for a real treat. It's one of my favorite apartments in the city.
What's the point
You're all set.
in this game?
New home's located in Mercury Tower in the residential district. You'll love the place. It has a gorgeous floor plan and an unbeatable view of the city. Now that you're an owner, I'm sure I'll be seeing you around town.
100% incorrect.
I'm doing great, Patrick. Thanks for asking.
I wonder how long it'll take for my leg to heal. Yeah, I liked Human Revolution. The one after that, Mankind Divided or whatever, wasn't quite as good, but I still enjoyed it. I'm actually a big fan of Deus Ex in general.
Keep it moving.
There's no Machina in it. Or Machina, sorry. There was also another game that came out kind of around that same time period. It was Syndicate. Not quite as good, but I still kind of like the idea.
Definitely better than the last Interceptor.
But why did they replace the handler? I thought the actress was amazing.
Sequels haven't been good since Terminator 2. I'm not sure about that. Wow, this is actually pretty slick. Where's the pool? A sequel that was better than the first, like in movies? Lord of the Rings, Two Towers. To be fair though, that's like the only thing I could come up with. Let me see if I can come up with another one. I did actually like the second Dune movie more than the first. No, the Matrix went downhill. It was still fun, but it was a downward slope. What else? There's got to be more. There's not a lot though, for sure. No.
Welcome to Chunks. Please choose your chunks.
Cringe, cringe. Help us out, Tax.
I just stick with something on tap.
We're looking for our big fan. We need a sequel to a movie that came out after Terminator 2. It was superior to the initial offering. You know of at least one. At least one.
Last stop, Apollo.
Finally back with our son.
Wait, what is that other gunfire? It's like, yeah, 11mm.
There's nothing. Is that a surprise?
Oh my god.
I'm sure we can find something.
Yeah, I want that. I want. Actually, I don't want that. Speaking of troll too, holy crap. All right, we're gonna do the deep cover quest. I think that'll be pretty cool. Where is the coffee place? There it is.
If you don't see what you want, feel free to ask.
It's because I'm
There's a bit
fat,
more in the
Bobbio.
book. Oh, please take a look.
Hmm.
Oh, please take a look.
Nope, packing heat.
Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
All right, let's go to the coffee place, see if we can find our fan. He said he liked coffee, right? There he is.
We just keep running into each other, don't we? So weird.
So weird.
Good thing though, because now I can give you this. Enjoy.
Whatever it is you just said.
I'd like to have you on his crew.
Yes, at long last. I'll report to your ship immediately.
God. Hmm. All right, let's go visit our parents. Where is Pioneer Tower? I guess I chose the wrong one. Or not. What do you think our parents are gonna look like?
When you have a few moments, there's something I'd like to discuss. Sorry to pull you aside like this, but I wanted to take a moment to congratulate you. Taking those steps to eradicate the Terramorph threat is essential to the safety of every living thing in the settled systems. You should be proud.
For certain. Something had to be done. Those creatures were dangerous.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad you treated the situation with the urgency it deserved.
Mm-hmm.
I only wish that the United Colonies chose to exterminate the Terramorphs with the experimental microbe instead of choosing this ridiculous Asili solution. Apparently, their decision was based on your recommendation. That was a risky choice you've made.
The Asili solution only presents us with minimal risk.
Minimal risk? Are you sure? The Asili solution might take years, perhaps even decades. Meanwhile, the clock is ticking for humankind. That sounds far too risky to me.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't know if I'm convinced.
I'm sorry to hear that, but what's done is done. The Asili's method has been deployed, so we'll have to wait and see.
Okay,
if
this
it's
game will be
effective.
uninstalled long before I see the
Thankfully,
consequences.
The eradication of the Lazarus plant gives the Asilis a bit more time to do their job.
Even if we don't agree on this matter, I do appreciate your honesty.
Of course. I wouldn't have it any other way. I appreciate the fact that you've taken the time to listen to my opinion on the matter. I'm sorry if I've said anything that jeopardizes our working relationship.
I don't care. Man. This is my father?
Well, I'll be.
Oh my god.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor. I'll get the coffee brewing.
Oh, my God. Oh, you about gave me a heart attack.
Not that we're not thrilled to see you, son, but I thought you were under contract with Argos Extractors. Is everything all right?
Better than all right. I'm working for Constellation now.
Well, I'll be.
He's got my hairline. How dare you?
Constellation?
Hey, Mr. Riley.
Is this one of those candid camera vids? A joke?
My child is a member of Constellation. I just knew you were special.
Special.
Didn't I always say that? That you were meant for great things? Great things.
Every mom says their kid is special, but I guess you were right.
Oh, say again? I should record that and play it back. Mom, you were right.
I've never seen it before,
Oh,
so
you
why
didn't
not?
give me any notice. If I'd known I'd have your favorite meal in the oven. And your room is just a mess. Although that's how you left it.
Easy, honey. Let the boy catch his breath. Why don't you settle in? You know you're always welcome.
Sick.
There's just so much to do in
My deep cover mission got updated.
New Atlantis.
Oh, sick. Was this my room? Oh, yeah. Football. I got a Galacticat. Nice. High school backpack. Hell yeah. Backpack no from mom. I patched up your old high school backpack. Good as new. There's so many pockets in there. One of them had an old apple and, well, it's clean now. I know you're all grown, but backpack has the best storage on the market. Maybe you could use it with Argos. If not, let me know and I'll donate it. Look at that room. It has a little sparse. Kind of looks like my room at home here. Woo. Just gonna let.
Well, hey there. Nice long rest, eh?
Why are you sleeping in my mom's bed? This place is pretty nice.
I'm planning a grocery run later. I get some things you like. I still can't get over you.
This is on PC.
It's not even Mother's Day. So, I gotta ask, is there anyone special in your life? With you being in Constellation now, I imagine you are
No, this isn't a dream home. This is your parents or whatever exist. Nothing to report yet.
Just so you know, your dad cannot wait to be a grandpa. So don't keep him or me waiting too long. I know. I won't get into more right now.
Well, now I see that it's true. Mothers have an irresistible urge to interfere in their children's
Hope your Friday's going well, Pitbull.
I know you didn't live in this apartment long, but I want you to consider this your home away from home.
My apartment's
Bed is
way
always
sexier
yours,
than this
no
one.
questions asked. I mean, well, I will ask questions, but you can stay here no matter the answers.
I really appreciate it.
No bother at all. Stay as long as you like. Anything you want to talk about, dear?
What are you doing these days?
Now that we're both retired, you mean?
Want to unwind?
Trying
Awesome.
to push your father to do things. Dance lessons, vacation, take some courses.
Narrating ended up being something.
I'm really interested in early colonial art, but he's just
I don't know why they didn't
happy as a
support
clown reading in his chair
duos.
for hours. Wants to know the history of every little thing. It's nice to have time to do both, though. I missed you so much, darling.
I still can't believe it. Constellation. The stories make them seem so exotic.
Tell me about it, Miss Riley.
Romantic, almost. How is it for real? You liking it?
I felt like From Software could not meet expectations. I'm still wrapping my head around being invited to join, honestly.
It's funny how you can live years where the days all blend together. But then out of the blue, whammo, everything's different. I've got some news of my own. You are now officially looking at a retiree. Taught my final class last Thursday. The faculty threw me a party and everything.
I have seen Night Watch and Day Watch. They're super weird. Congrats, Dad. The university was lucky to have you.
I gave it my good old college try. You see what I did there? Enough about that. Anything you want to talk about?
I watched a bunch of Russian movies. There's a really bad
as long as
superhero
you
one.
like,
What the hell was it
I
called?
imagine you're all
Defenders or
excited to get to
something?
discovering.
Got any plans?
Planning a proper, honest-to-goodness vacation. Nothing too fancy. I've been promising your mom a trip for years, and I got no excuses now. Your mother's been sending me links all day about such and such deals and excursions, but it'll be good to get out.
You guys need anything?
You know, it's supposed to be us taking care of you, right? I'd like to say we'll pay you back the money you sent home. Well, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. More than you know.
How are things going?
Retirement's treating me well, but there are some days I almost missed the class from. Don't say anything to your mom about this.
Yeah, it gives you a lot of pressure.
She got some work done at Enhance. She keeps looking younger every day, I tell her. Not that I mind.
Sweet.
It's good to have you home.
Well, I guess I'll be back. It's kind of funny. All right, let's go deep undercover. I think this one's the coolest one we have as we go to level 35. Have I seen Berserk? No, I have not.
Ship moving.
Man, this fleet gave me a lot of trouble in a previous character.
Welcome, Captain. We've been expecting you. You're clear to dock at docking port 1.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander?
I have about 1,000,000 questions, but they can wait for the commander.
Of course. If you'd follow me, please. So, you're the vanguard that took down that terramorph on Tau City. You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn. That must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing
It's super
out on all
annoying
the
is what it
fun.
was.
Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments.
Okay.
All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
Pardon.
Wait, can I pickpocket these guys? I'm gonna save scumming up. No? Unfortunate.
Yes. What?
Howdy.
Howdy.
Yes?
I'd like to brief you on the mission, so please, pay attention.
I can't pickpocket anybody here.
Ah, there you are. Commander Kibwe Kande, UC SysDef. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer.
UC SysDef? Is that another division of the UC military?
UC SysDef is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle big picture stuff, we deal specifically with pirates. Since you're already involved with the Vanguard, I don't have to underline how important your contribution will be to the security of our spaceways.
Tuala convinced me it would be for the greater good, so here I am. Did I openly come to this ship? Yes.
It appears he's certainly picked the right person for the job. So, now that you're part of the team, allow me to introduce you to your new home. This is the
I know what you're talking
operations center
about.
of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
So I betrayed him on that particular path. If that's what you're wondering about. Impressive ship, but I don't see where I fit in.
Whether this ship is impressive or not, you're the key element that we've been lacking. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
Yeah, I got railroaded and I was kind of annoyed. So I ended up betraying him in the end. Get me in a room with them and I'll talk them into anything.
Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
She can probably sniff out a narc from a sector away.
That's right. So it'll be your job to convince this person that you're the real deal. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
So I'm now a UC hero and Vanguard, so it'll be interesting to see if it changes the dynamic a little bit. You must have quite a bit of confidence in my abilities.
If I didn't have confidence in your abilities, I would have told Commander Tuala to send someone else. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
I'll do my best.
I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover
Conde is kind of a dick.
You'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control.
What do you mean stray too far off the path?
The Crimson Fleet doesn't follow the rules. They only abide by one thing: money. All of their morals and social graces fall by the wayside in pursuit of their greed. At first glance, this can appear quite enticing, so I'm warning you not to get lured.
Everybody's a price.
Think you can handle that?
I can stay the course.
That's what I wanted to
I'm gonna be a good boy.
Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck.
What happens if I get arrested while I'm undercover?
For your own safety, Nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines.
I will maintain contact with you.
That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own. Dismissed.
Good enough.
Pardon.
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
I think I understand.
Well, you better. Commander Akande's entire operation is resting on your shoulders. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
If there's incriminating data out there, I'll find it.
For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
You feel like talking about it?
What? No. It's personal. It has nothing to do with you. Just stick to the mission and you'll be fine.
I'll bring you as much evidence as I can find.
That's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts.
That's very generous.
It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample.
I'm partying tonight.
We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed.
What if I get caught with a container of Aurora in my cargo hold?
Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Even if you're scanned. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake.
I'll just have to murder everybody on the ship for a second time. Alright.
Yes. What?
Straight to the cockpit, baby. Good question. I actually don't want to know where we're going. Sidonia? Going to Mars again. Is this guy that chonker down in Trade Authority? Or is there somebody else? There's another guy on a desk behind. That guy. Actually, while I'm here, I can get more digipics. Is there a place I can buy more stuff? This is medical. Wait, that's not medical at all. Is this like a change my face thing?
If you need a little, touch up, I'm happy to help.
Yeah, okay.
Be safe.
My medical.
Hello, welcome to the
Welcome.
Exchange. The best goods, all courtesy of the United Colonies.
Does Questline annoyed you a little?
Wonderful UC soldiers, workers,
The
and
vault
other
part of it, or the involvement of
this, a little of that, and
the UC people?
of some other things you wouldn't expect to find at the UC shop, But that's because I try to provide for everyone here. So please, browse my stock and let me know what I can get for you, friendo.
Let me see what you have in stock.
Take a look.
Oh, yeah. That's why I ended up betraying him in the end. It's just too annoying. I feel like I always end up spending all my money on freaking ammo more than anything. That's a hugely better weapon than my current one. How much is it? 3148 versus this thing. Yeah, look at how mediocre that weapon is. It's crazy. Should actually just sell a bunch of this nonsense. Oh, he buys stolen goods. That's pretty funny. The rip shank can go away. Almonds and pork rinds. I got so sick of almonds. I bought like this 2 kilo, like 5-pound bag of them at Costco repeatedly until I just couldn't consume them anymore. It's just awful.
Hey, catch you on the flip side.
Oh, I didn't check to see if he has
Just a reminder.
picks. He does. All right.
See you later, friendo.
Yeah, I used to eat almonds all the time.
Hey, you looking for anything in particular? How's it going? Can I help? Cool. That's what we do here.
Yeah, I'm doing some trading. Let's grab this and this and this and keep watching my money drift into oblivion.
See you around.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy.
Holy eye makeup. I'm looking to unload a sensitive shipment.
And by sensitive, I'm guessing you mean something you don't want UC Security sticking their noses into. I can probably help you with that. What have you got for me?
Let's talk price first.
I'm not talking price until I know what the hell I'm buying.
Well, take a look at the sample.
Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
The Trade Authority turning away contraband. Now I've seen everything.
If you can't handle it, point me to someone who can.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before UC Security catches on. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
I have to pay you just to find out where to sell my shipment.
You must be new at this game, love, so I'm gonna let that one slide. In our business, nothing gets done until money is exchanged, even if that means leaving a credit on each and every rung of the ladder as you climb your way up.
What if I just blow your brains out and ask someone else?
Sure, go ahead. You shoot me, and the TA will have bounty hunters on your ass before you even get back to the spaceport. Listen, love, I've heard it all. Threats bounce right off, so either cough up the finder's fee or try and sell that shipment on your own.
Does this work?
You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Well, well. It appears she suddenly remembers everything. How nice.
Get out of here, Sarah.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Ugh.
Something you need?
Slowly getting poor. I need to get rid of Sarah, I think. She's too judgmental.
Keep a lookout.
Or maybe I don't actually care, whatever.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
I heard you might be able to help me move some cargo.
Oh yeah? Well, I don't know who the hell you are. So what makes you think I'm going to help you out?
Bowden said you could help me move some of this.
Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
Who's we and us? I thought I was dealing with you.
You're a clever one, aren't you? Let's just say I have a certain...
No, I don't care about that, Riley.
affiliation. And leave it at that. Basically, you want that Aurora moved, I'm your guy.
She never said anything about that.
Yeah, well, she isn't running the show here. I am.
Well, this is utterly ridiculous. Do we really have to jump through these hoops to get what we need from you?
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got that? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back.
How loud do you want this to be?
What do I need to do here? Write you an instruction manual? You can do this loud, you can do this quiet. I don't care.
That's just immersion.
Goddamn money, and I want this guy to remember who he screwed over.
I don't know who I want to focus on. Sarah's lame, though. Alright, I'll get it done.
Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Isn't that you? Oh. Okay, maybe not. Alright. Oh wait, I didn't actually change my weapons, did I? Yeah. Alright. She hates bad choices, but even trying to help people, she sometimes disagrees. I don't think she liked me a whole lot when I was playing. She was very hypocritical.
How goes? I have a pen pal in New Atlantis. We've never met in person, but she's still one of my best friends.
If this game was a little more seamless, it would have been very solid. It's just too damn jarring.
New to Sidonia?
Who are these people anyway?
20 years ago, I moved to Sidonia on a
I don't care.
Alright.
Who is this?
All are welcome here, enlightened or not.
My shop may not look special, but it's locally owned and independent.
Oh, she's got that dust eyeball thing.
Welcome to Jane's, Sidonia's only 100% independent one-stop shop. I apologize if I'm a little distracted. I'm currently dealing with a little issue, but please let me know if there's anything I can get for you.
It'll be just like the last time.
Running an independent shop by yourself must be hard work. Maybe I can help you with your issue.
You have no idea. Every time I feel like I'm getting ahead, something happens to knock me back down. But unless you're some sort of merc, I'm not sure you can help.
You see this gun I'm carrying around?
I saved up to get a new ship and hire a pilot. He was supposed to help run deliveries and bring in all sorts of new goods, but he went missing. I can't find anyone willing to track him down. I'm worried something bad has happened.
As long as you have credits, I'll do it.
Yes, of course. I mean, I don't have a lot, but it's worth it. If you find the ship, I'll definitely be able to pay. I'll try to compensate you as best I can when you bring back Eric and my ship. It's a cargo runner called the Berry Mule. The last signal I got from him was out near Triton. It's a starting place, at least.
I've never talked to this
bring them
NPC
both back in
before.
one piece.
I don't think I spent much time on Sidonia.
I feel like I'm a bit in over my head.
When you have for sale.
Sure. I've probably...
It's all mining apparel. Ugh. What do I even have to sell? Nothing. Why do I feel so fat? Couldn't be the weapons, could it? No. Ammo doesn't have anything. Maybe it's just all the aid stuff. I should probably drop off half of this crap, the food especially, in my ship.
See you around.
Just because the governor's office is right out there on the main level doesn't mean it's not secure.
Yoink.
Most visitors can't wait to get off this rock.
Sidonia can have a depressing effect on some people. Make sure to get yourself help before it becomes a problem.
That was private property, you know.
At least Sarah doesn't care about the pickpocketing so much. Speaking of which, what do I need for these things? I need to pick 30 locks. That's an unbelievable amount. I need to succeed in one more speech challenge. That's going to be horrendous too. We're going to have to slam a whole bunch of drugs, I think.
Report any injuries I may cause to my supervisor.
I've been detected. Am I detected now? I'm not. Sick.
Something I can help you with?
I'm here to collect the credits, Yoda, at the camp.
Adler Camp. Who the heck is that?
I really don't have time to play games.
What? Play what games? You're obviously confusing me with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever.
Well, it's been nice knowing you. I'm sure your funeral will be lovely.
Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think about that person you mentioned. Adler, was it? Hmm? Oh, wait. You mean that Adler?
Yeah.
Sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Hmm? Sound good? Yeah?
I don't think Adler's going to be satisfied with that option.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? He can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Perhaps he's already been through enough.
Silence!
What games?
Tired of playing games.
Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money.
Hey, if not for you, do it for the sake of your family.
What? Oh my god. He might come after them? Because of me? I hadn't even thought of the possibility. Please, tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wiggle out of the debt. I didn't have much of a choice.
Did he give me the money?
Reminder.
Sick.
There's pretty much run the lower levels here.
Oh my god, the gravity's so low here.
Adherence to this law is imperative in order to avoid unwanted infestation. Thank you for your cooperation.
And those 100 other
Well, we did the thing. What else is down here? I have never been here. Where does this go? Even deeper? Huh. Oh, I guess this is the actual mine. Funny.
This is only my first contract, but I've already hauled more ore than any of the old timers. What? You're leaving?
Yeah, I don't need to hear that.
You got the look of a miner about you. Maybe when the new contracts finally open up, you'll give it a go.
My buddy Mitch
How long can I get away with 75%?
but I just don't have the time.
How many people do I have to pick? Some crazy number, right? 12 more?
You're under arrest. No sudden moves. You're coming with us. We'll be taking any
My case list. Screw that. You flossed your teeth and got immediate toothache relief? If you're at toothache stage, man,
uniforms are way cooler than anything we've got.
you're probably gonna have a problem.
Stay away from the six.
I brush and floss twice a day.
Don't come crying to me if anything happens, David.
Hey, Lou said you're involved with the old Red Devils HQ's reunion. Did he finally use my idea and agree to turn that place into a Chunks franchise?
Have a good night, Mr. Riley.
Mars could definitely use one.
Good to see your cat's doing okay.
Hey, look. I didn't realize you were actually gonna help Percival. You're alright.
Am I though? Just save scum pickpocketing my way to great justice. Alright, let's go and talk with Adler. Get this show on the road.
Have something for me?
Do I ever? Yeah, it's all here.
There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message?
You got the message.
Nice, nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates?
I don't know, maybe.
No. There's no maybe. If you want to join up with
Adler?
us, you have to push every
Might be
damn chip
okay.
you've got into the pot. I'm talking all in. So can you handle it or what?
If you think they can handle me.
That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Nevamora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
Convenient. That'll buy me a few bullets. Search for evidence. Can I steal something from this guy?
Hey, it's my personal savior. Thanks again for the assist.
Neva, sit down, have a drink. So, smooth jump into the soul system? UC security hassle you?
Cut the crap, Adler.
I have no idea, Bobby.
There's only so long I can stand a stink of minor sweat and stale beer.
Okay, take it easy. Here's the fleet's kickback, just like I promised.
What is this bullshit? This is half. Half of what you promised.
Reload, maybe? I don't know.
Get upset, sweetie. Security around Sidonia's been cracking down, and it's tough to get the Deimos marks to play ball. That means I'm spending big on bribes, covering lost shipments. This isn't exactly like running a pharmacy out here, you know.
Two things, Adler. And I'm gonna make this simple enough so even a total imbecile like yourself can understand. One, I don't give a damn about your excuses. You owe us the agreed amount on time every month. And two, you call me sweetie ever again, and I'll shove my knife so far up your ass that people will mistake you for a unicorn.
Okay, sorry, Neva. I'll make it work. Here's the rest.
That's more like it. I'll see you in a month.
I like it.
That's not yours. Leave it be.
Not mine. Who cares?
Their friend offered me a nice cushy office job, but I'm making double up.
5 more.
People used to think the nearby mountain was a phase of
Oh no! I've been caught. I guess it's about to happen statistically, what, 1 out of 4 times?
I heard they reopened that Red Devil.
Oh no!
Even got some of the same crew running it.
I wish this was skill based instead of percentage based.
It's not easy living inside down here.
Oh my god, you pickpocket twice and it's just all over.
Hi there, friend.
How does everybody notice it anyway?
Hi there, friend.
Hi.
Sidonia's not so bad. Honest work, good pay.
4 more.
Been serving drinks here for over 40 years. Few places can offer that kind of stability.
And it's kind of nice.
Careful near the railings on the upper levels. It's a long way down.
It's not easy living in Sidonia.
I suppose I wouldn't. Actually, why am I doing this when I can just menu field my way to great justice? Alright, let's go say hi.
Wow. Look who finally had the guts to show up. Looks like Adler finally did something right. So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew.
Adler said that? I didn't know he cared.
You're funny. I hate funny. Remember that. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead.
Consider it done.
It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
So that's the notorious Nova Mora. I have to say, if she's the finest that the Crimson Fleet has to offer, joining them might be a terrible mistake.
Let's ramp up these weapons a little bit. I guess we'll put a single thing in a grab jump if I really have to. So where are we going? You have a crewman on board I'm looking for. The fleet wants Austin Rake dead. I'd like to board your ship and talk about how to spare him.
Keep in mind, we're not threatening to board you. We're asking. The distinction is rather important.
Well, normally I would say no, but frankly, it will be safer for us that way. Alright.
I'm pretty sure I murdered everybody at one point.
We'll talk then.
There's a lot of killing.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece.
I don't know who's listening over comms. This is safer.
That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about?
Austin Rake is a Crimson Fleet pirate. Kill him, and I'll let you go.
You are asking me to betray my own crew.
Rake is a pirate. He doesn't deserve your mercy.
Whoever he was before, he is a member of my crew now.
Killing Rake is your only choice.
Maybe so, but that does not make it easy.
Kill Rake. The longer you delay, the angrier I get.
Please, just give me a moment to collect my thoughts. All right, I will do it. I've got no love for the fleet, and if Rake was one of them, my loyalties with him end.
This is kind of a messed up way to do it.
Do this. You have to promise to spare the rest of the crew and leave the supplies for New Homestead.
Is that all it takes for you to flip on me, Dimitri? Unbelievable.
It is either you or
I kind of want to try another path.
I'm sorry.
Cut the crap and just admit it. You're a coward. You know, I almost bought it. All that crap about helping people and making a difference. But at the end of the day, you're no different from the fleet. When push comes to shove, you only care about yourself.
This is hopeless! I'm
Looks
out!
like the last of them. See if they've got any weapons or
Sarah's actually totally okay with this. That's pretty amazing.
But he seems dead. Normal. I do not know if I did the right thing.
You likely never will.
Maybe not. I guess that is the price I have to pay for the life of my crew. You can leave now. I think you will understand when I say, I hope I never see you again.
awful situation.
Well, see you around, nerd. That was super messed up, but okay. Sarah was totally okay with it. It's kind of shocking, to be honest. Oh my god, I forgot you were in here. How do I manage my ships again? Ah. May as well assign her too. Sure. Maybe she'll do something in here.
We're loose.
See you around, nerds. Have fun. Guess I'm going back to Jupiter, strangely enough. And that doesn't make any sense. Maybe I should have scanned something. I still gotta find some gas giant.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Rook, wanna help me with some target practice?
I guess so.
Their grav drives down.
My shields are down too.
Their shields are gone. Target's jump system down.
I really should get some better weapons.
Took out their enemy's grav drive out of commission. Enemy's grav drive is online.
Let's go pick up that loot. And my ship is a chungus. I mean, it kind of is.
Thanks for the help with the Cliptic. I had it under control, but it definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate.
Austin Rick is dead, but the Regana is intact.
No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yup, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rakes taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear?
I think we're clear. Best decision you ever made?
Yeah? Last person who said that was Rake. So you've already dug yourself a hole about 6 feet deep. And now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
Well, we're in. I hope you know what you're doing.
Not a clue. It's Uranus. How do I actually scan things? How exciting. Let's bounce on back.
Welcome back, Agent. You're clear to dock at dock
Integrity looks good. Commander Ikonde runs a tight ship, so I suggest we be on our best behavior.
Can't steal anything from anybody. What's the point?
I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave. What?
Get out of here.
Commander Ikonde is the heart and soul of UC
Hello, what can I do for you?
I have evidence for you.
Nice work. Let me take a look.
I've discovered some information about Adler Kemp.
Interesting. Looks like he's been meeting up regularly with Neva Mora to transfer goods and cash from Sidonia. Which means the Crimson Fleet's just lost one of their drop points. That should set them back a bit. That it?
All I got.
All right. Keep up the good work. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Do you have anything to report? We received word you boarded the Ragana. I don't care if Rake was with the fleet. The pilot and his crew were not. What you did was uncalled for.
What? I thought it'd be applauded for saving the majority of the crew.
I don't care how many you saved. I care that there was a casualty. We don't handle things around here by using murder as a tool. You've been hired to act like one of the fleet, but you can't get lost in the part. We still have rules that need to be followed. Understood?
What if not doing what the fleet wants blows my cover?
The Crimson Fleet is motivated purely by material wealth. Bloodshed is typically a side effect of getting what they want. I believe you're fully capable of avoiding the need to take a life. But if it jeopardizes the mission, we'll evaluate when the time comes.
Now understood.
Good. Now I want to make this crystal clear. You do what you can to stay in the fleet, but there's an ethical line we cannot cross. Do something like this again, and you're out. Permanently.
I'm kind of okay with this.
But for now, we will continue with the briefing. Were you at least able to join the fleet?
Does seem like I passed their initial test.
Then it worked. You're in. As distasteful as your methods were, at least you managed to complete the job.
Yeah.
Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Searsha was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet.
Everything's going according to plan.
Yes, you passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda?
I was told to meet Naeva at the key.
Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
Agreed. The last thing we need is to infiltrate the fleet, only to be kicked out because we've underestimated one of their people.
I don't disagree, but it's important to know your enemy and the best way to defeat them. In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
The commander's livid. Not sure what you did, but it's not good. Orders came down.
Whatever, he needs to deal with it. And I need to deal with the fact that I'm tired as heck. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have yourselves a good night.